In this video, we're going to talk about parts cleaning machines with a particular focus on environmental practices. G'day John, nice to speak to you. So
Thanks.
Let's talk about parts cleaning machines. We're not talking about a dishwasher in someone's kitchen. What are we talking about?
The easiest way to describe it would be wherever you take your car to get a service or a repair, you'll probably find they've got parts cleaning machines in their workshops to clean parts. And those machines come in a variety of, a number of variations.
So shapes and sizes, yeah.
Shapes and sizes, yeah. And the most common one would be a solvent-based machine that is hand operated, and that goes then from the standard machine to a filtered machine, depending on the components to be cleaned. And then you mentioned the dishwasher. We go to bigger machines that operate similar to a dishwasher, where you open the lid, you put the parts in, you close the lid, you press the button, and on a predetermined service cycle, it'll wash the parts.
All right, so let's go backwards for a second because I am quite ignorant. What sort of parts are we talking about?
So car parts, it might be your rocker cover. They might be doing some work on your engine, they'll take the rocker cover off, or they'll take a steering pump off, or whatever. Those parts need to be cleaned before inspecting. So the mechanic will take the parts off the car, take it to the machine, start the machine up. The cleaning agent comes through. On the base model, it's applied through a brush, brush off the parts. You can hose the parts off, and then they can go them for an inspection to see whether they're going to be reused or repaired. Okay,
so you're talking about the kind of cleaning that is not just a little bit of dust, but also arguably what gets on these parts?
We get grease, road grime, carbon, anything.
All right, but we are specifically talking the auto industry. Are there any other industries in particular that use these parts cleaning machines?
Yeah, these parts cleaning machines, you'll find them in the auto industry. You'll also find them in heavy engineering, mining equipment, civil engineering equipment like trucks, excavators, front-end loaders, forklifts.
So anything where a bit of grime and a bit of oil and a bit of dirt builds up over time?
Yeah, in any workshop where equipment or products are maintained. The food industry.
I was thinking sort of military as well.
Military, yes, the Air Force,
tanks
the Army.
And planes and all those sorts of things. All right, good. So as soon as I'm thinking about, as a ignorant outsider, cleaning these sorts of things, I'm imagining that you have to use some deep, toxic, diabolical thing that destroys the environment. In fact, the truth is a little different.
It is. We've developed a cleaning agent based on a diesel, the diesel family. We call it a solvent. It's actually not, but that's the agent we use for cleaning. When we recover that agent...
By solvent, by the way, what you mean sort of is soap. I mean, that's what a solvent is. It dissolves things.
It does. And this product we've developed is primarily designed to help dissolve grease and carbons, which is the most likely stuff that's going to be cleaned.
Right, and I've heard, by the way, that again, this is again my sort of outside view, but for example, trying to use water in this circumstance would be a problem, because once you get water full of all this sort of stuff, the problem is trying to get it back out. Using a water-based cleaning agent, which we also can provide, hasn't got the same cutting power as a hydrocarbon-based cleaner. The other disadvantage with the water-based is once that water has been contaminated, it has to be treated prior to disposal. With the hydrocarbon-based cleaner, we take that back and we reprocess it for further use in heavy industry. So it could go to an industry for adding calorific value. So in terms, that would be a kiln to generate more power or more heat. So in other words, you can use, once this solvent that we're talking about has been used as part of your parts cleaner, you can then recycle it or reuse it for another application. For another application, yeah. Very interesting. Okay, good. So talk to me about the environmental consequences or things to look out for here when it comes to parts cleaning machines. The concerns you have is the product you're washing and then what happens to it. In the old days, people would use petrol, or they'd get a bucket and wash parts and then... Wash parts with petrol? Petrol, yeah, or Kero or any of those other substances, and it would end up going into a wash bay, and then that would
go through an oil water separator, if you like, before discharge to sewer. And because there's no method of breaking away that hydrocarbon, it will go through the separator and then contaminate waterways.
Well, that can't be good.
Well, it's not. The advantage of having the solvent-based parts cleaning machine is that it's in one unit. The product, the cleaning agent, the solvent is in the base. It's washed very similar to your kitchen sink. It's just a sink you wash your parts in, and that is captured in that machine. And then through the service process, we recover that waste, and then it's reprocessed for further use. So it doesn't enter the environment at all.
I imagine that in some cases, buying this stuff outright is a little bit expensive, the bigger the systems and so on. Do you have any other options I want to say down the rental path or leasing or something like that?
Yeah, with parts cleaning machines, to have yeah, you're right, they can be expensive to buy. We have a lease rental arrangement. We have a fleet of machines that are available for lease rent, so that gives the customer the opportunity to have a machine placed on site with a predetermined service schedule, which is in line with his workload and the amount of work that he's doing. And then there's a service schedule where we'll come and service the machine at a predetermined rate, whether it be 2 weekly, 4 weekly or 6 weekly.
And take away
And we'll take away all the waste, replenish the machine, clean it, and it's ready to go.
Okay,
and we
good.
also carry out any repair or maintenance that's required.
I imagine you have quite a few different models. I want to say, you know, with washing machines, it's top load and front load and size small and size large. What are some of the different models that people should sort of be on the lookout for, and how do they apply to different situations?
Getting away then from the standard parts cleaning machine, which we mentioned you can find in workshops and heavy engineering shops, we have aqueous machines. They're based, or they operate very similar to your dishwasher. So you've got your parts, you open up the lid, you put them in a basket, you close the lid, you press the button, and there's a wash cycle and they come out clean.
Sounds pretty good.
And they operate on they're a water-based product, so we add a chemical to that water, the cleaning agent again. It's heated up and it cleans parts under pressure. Okay,
good. And any other, I want to say, tips or you know, anything people should know about parts cleaning machines that we haven't already covered?
I think the most important thing is to get advice on the application you're wanting the machine for. I think that's the critical point.
So talk to someone who knows.
Yes, exactly. Also, the machines can be built to suit any specific application.
So again, talk to someone who knows, who can build you a bespoke machine.
Yes.
That's going to actually fit where you're...
To fit your application, to fit what you want to achieve.
All right, terrific. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
For those of you who'd like to find out more, or arguably get a bit of specific advice, as John has recommended, and what's available and how you might apply it to your situation, please visit us online at bulbeckenviro.com.au. Send us an email, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help.